users include the likes of Lemon Tree Hotels, Wonderla Holidays, specialty restaurants. What has changed from then to now? Well, we are better capable of handling such situations. Secondly, these are just fears, so this is not matched by any sort of increase in cases or severity or any sort of data that has come in to prove that, this time it is different. And thirdly, this is also the time where, there has been a rush of travel and people actually going outdoor for a normal celebration after 2 years. So fundamentally, things are very different. Fears are, taking the stock prices lower. So the question is whether it's exaggerated or not. We do have Ekta with us as well. Ekta, you've been, working the phone lines. You've been speaking with a lot of diagnostic players yourself. And the health minister too held a meeting with COVID experts today in light of the rising cases. What have you picked up?
Well, overall, yes, the diagnostic companies are buzzing today simply because there is hopes that maybe testing could probably increase in case there is a rise in terms of COVID-19 cases. The alarm bells are probably sounding a little bit simply because of the rising cases that we have seen globally. But in terms of the feedback that I am picking up with the diagnostic companies that I spoke to, they said that currently it is absolutely insignificant in terms of testing. There is no real change in the curve which is expected as of now. Now, according to them, based on the trends that they've seen in the past, where even in the earlier COVID, in the previous COVID cycles which had taken place just some time ago, what tended to happen was that there was more home testing as compared to PCR testing in the lab, and that trend is probably going to continue as well unless there is hospitalizations as well as severity of the cases rising. In that case, yes, volumes when it comes to diagnostic labs could pick up. But how much, considering that there is a lot of competition which is already taken place in terms of the diagnostic space? So are you going to see heady volumes that you saw earlier, right at the start of COVID? Unlikely for it to happen again, and hence while you are seeing gains as of now, the volumes in terms of COVID-19 testing is one, going to depend on hospitalizations, two, severity of COVID-19 as a whole, and three, what the competition dynamics look like at that point in time. Already for COVID-19 testing, if you just look at the Q2 numbers, they've fallen anywhere between 80 to even almost close to 100% for a lot of these diagnostic labs. It was the lowest ever in terms of COVID-19 testing in the previous quarter. So you can probably not expect a huge, significant upside from those levels based on the situation that we're talking about today. Valuation-wise, yes, there's been a correction to in terms of a lot of these stocks, but the valuations on an FY24 basis still look quite punchy.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ekta, for that. It's important to point out here that, one must not spread any panic right now. Of course, it's important to be proactive, but don't panic. And the government has said in as many words that they have enough and more resources to deal with the pandemic and the situation if it goes out of hand. And as of now, the government has asked several